I'm Sky Kubaku, the creator of Rebirth Garments, and I'm here to show you how to make your clean air kits luggable radically visible with some peel and stick wallpaper. Here we have the Luggable Ultra 5 Mobius with 2400 RPM for the fans, and it's the DIY kit with the mesh guard. You want to get the DIY kit if you want to decorate your luggable with the wallpaper. It's much harder to yank it all apart and try to put it together afterwards again. I have some Spoonflower peel and stick wallpaper, and I got it custom printed with some of my late father Arturo Kubaku's paintings. First, I'm going to use the pieces of the luggable as a straight edge. Usually I would use a ruler, but because I am at my friend's house, I'm just going to use this, and this is what you'll have too. I use a rotary cutter. You can use a pencil and draw where you want to cut it, and then use scissors, or you can use some sort of X-Acto box cutter situation. I like rotary cutters because they're more comfortable for my body. You'll need some pattern weights. Since I'm at my friend's house, we have a unicorn and a bunny. This will not be the direction of the wallpaper, but I want to get rid of this white part that comes with it. And now I'm going to mostly work with this when it's flipped over, now that I know that the white part is off. We're going to spread it this way because I want to have a pattern going up and down all of the pieces rather than side to side. You can do this just with rulers and straight edges, but you can also just line these up, and you're going to make sure you put your pattern weights on. And I would recommend always using more pattern weights than you think. You can actually make it a little bit shorter because this part, you don't really put the wallpaper all the way up to that part. So we're going to line it up so that you can kind of take the edge and put it there. And we might need to trim the top off when we do this later, but this is good for now. I would recommend the pattern weights plus using your body weight to make sure that this doesn't move at all. I try to not be wasteful of any material, so I don't overcut anything. I do it very exact. So we have our first piece. One of the pieces that's opposite to the one with the fans will come with this little piece of wire attached to it. You can take this off. Do not lose this. This helps with creating the tension to keep the entire thing together. So put this in a safe place. So this is where the cord is going to come out of. So usually you want this more in the back. You're going to attach the wallpaper sticky side to the side that is smooth, not this side. I just had it on this side for when I was cutting. Peel and stick. This part is a little bit scary sometimes, but it's actually less hard than you would think. So I want the print facing more that way if this is the back. I am going to just unpeel part of it. You are going to try to really line this up with the edge. And luckily this wallpaper from Spoonflower is pretty easy to take up if you have accidentally put it down to a little bit crooked. That I was going a little bit crooked. So sometimes, actually for this piece, because it's short enough, I'm going to start from this edge to line it up. And you're going to put down one side first and kind of smooth it on so that you don't get bubbles. But yeah, see? Beautiful. We're gonna do the other side. You can use your elbows to steady yourself, like I am. Beautiful. This one, again, I said that we might need to trim it a little bit. So I can tell here, if I'm sticking it down here, that I'll be bleeding over into this a little bit. Usually I would use a ruler. But I am going to just turn this over, kind of line that up, and then I'm going to put a little mark right where it nuzzles up together. So now I'm going to take this and use it as a straight edge again. Just using what I got. It's probably more like what y'all got. And just chop off that little extra part. It's also fun because when you get little scraps like this, I just started sticking them all over my walls. Usually in the past, when I haven't been having a shaky pots time, I have lined it up like this. Okay, beautiful. You can also push on the back for these pieces because you don't really want to be bending this too much. Try to pay attention to where the pattern will lay. So if you want it to be very symmetrical, then you can, use rulers and really like measure it out so that everything's exactly lined up. But I don't really mind it being a little bit all different. I forgot to trim the edges on this one, so I'll show you how to do that if you accidentally forget to trim the edges. Line it up exactly perfectly there, and then it overshoots on this side. That's okay. So if you overshoot it, you can take an X-Acto and you can kind of feel where the edge is. And if you want to, you can peel it up, and I would maybe make a little fold. And I am not cutting hard enough to get all the way down to this particle board. So this next part is a little bit more challenging, but it's okay. It makes it a lot easier if you have an awl, and it is helpful if you have an awl that has more of a tapered edge. Okay, we'll do the easiest to the hardest. This one, you just stab it right through, and then I like wiggle it around to kind of make that hole size. And then it'll be less pretty on this side, but it's going to be covered up with stuff, and you can shove that stuff in here more. Then it's all like this. Okay, let's get to stabbing. And I do it on the other side first because otherwise you can't see where it is. Okay, this one, I might actually do a little bit of X-Actoing, but you have to make sure that you're not cutting into the particle board. I have that hole, and I'm going to use this just to kind of round it out. We do these parts after you've put it on, because if you were to cut all these holes and trying to line them all up would be a nightmare. Make sure you don't stab yourself. So I have my hands away. You can always prop this up if you are afraid you're going to stab yourself in the hand. Now you're going to take an X-Acto or a box cutter, and you're going to cut these circles out. And these are sticky, so just so you know. Use the particle board itself to be your guide. I recommend, if you can, moving your body around when you're doing this rather than trying to wrench your hands around in like a weird, terrible position. Because even if you're like, oh, this is the only time I'm going to do cutting and stuff, can kind of hurt if you are not doing it in a more ergonomic position. Try to get it pretty close to the edge though, because you will kind of see this part through the grates to the fans. Okay, there we go. Now, do it a million more times.